How American Indian Youth Enrichment Program Summer Participants. Mr. Diamachiapi. Hope y'all are doing well. I will be hitting up the culture department for our summer programming. And the very first thing we're going to be doing this week is going to be working with dream catchers. So I'm going to be sharing two different origin stories of the dream catcher based off of Ojibwe and Lakota teachings. And then if you look in your kit this week, you will find that you also have a kit to put together. So you'll have instructions inside and you'll have everything you need to make your own dream catcher at home. And I'd like you to check back in with me later in the week to see how it went. And this week's secret code for my video is Star Dreamer. So when you check in at the end of the week, Star Dreamer is what you have to say to let people know that you watched my video. All right, well, let's get started. So we're going to start with the story of the Dreamkeeper according to the Ojibwe people. So it says, long ago, in the ancient world of the Ojibwe nation, the clans were located in one general area of that place known as Turtle Island. This is the way the old Ojibwe storytellers say how the Spider Woman helped Winabuju bring Jesus the sun back to the people. To this day, the Spider Woman will build her special lodge before dawn. If you are awake at dawn, as you should be, look for her lodge and you will see this miracle of how she captured the sunrise as its light sparkles on the dew which is gathered there. The Spider Woman took care of her children, the people of the land, and she continues to do so to this day. When the Ojibwe nation dispersed to the four corners of North America to fill a prophecy, the Spider Woman had a difficult time making her journey to all those cradle boards, so the mothers, sisters, and Nokomis, grandmothers, took up the practice of weaving the magical webs for the new babies using willow hoops and sinew or cordage made from plants. It is in the shape of a circle to represent how Jesus, the sun, travels each day across the sky. The dream catcher will filter out all the bad dreams and allow only good thoughts to enter into our minds when we are just asleep. You will see a small hole in the center of each dream catcher, which where those good dreams and thoughts may come through. With the first rays of sunlight, the bad dreams would perish. So when we see the little spider, we should not fear her, but instead respect and protect her. In honor of her origin, the number of points where the web connects to the hoop is either numbered 8 for the spider's legs or 7 for the 7 Ojibwe prophecies. And so that is the Ojibwe thought about dream catchers, and I'm going to share with you a Lakota way of thinking about it. And you can notice it's a little bit different, but the application is the same, basically. So it says, long ago, when the world was young, an old Lakota spiritual leader was on a high mountain. On this mountain, he had a great vision. In his vision, Iktomi, the great trickster and teacher of wisdom, appeared in the form of a spider. Iktomi spoke to him in a language only spiritual leaders of the Lakota could understand. As Iktomi spoke, he took the elder's willow hoop, which had feathers, horsehair beads, and offerings on it, and began to spin a web. He spoke to the elder about the cycles of life and how we begun our lives as infants. We then move on to childhood and to adulthood. Finally, we go to old age, where we must be taken care of as infants, thus completing the cycle. But, Iktomi said as he continued to spin his web, in each time of life there are many forces, some good and some bad. If you listen to the good forces, they will steer you in the right direction. But if you listen to the bad forces, they will hurt you and steer you in the wrong direction. He continued, there are many forces in different directions that can help to interfere with the harmony of nature and also with the Great Spirit and all of his wonderful teachings. All while the spider spoke, he continued to weave his web, starting from the outside and working toward the center. When Iktomi was finished speaking, he gave the Lakota elder the web and said, see, the web is a perfect circle, but there is a hole in the center of the circle. Use the web to help yourself and your people to reach your goals and make use of your people's ideas, dreams, and visions. If you believe that in the Great Spirit, the web will catch your good ideas and the bad ones will go through the hole. The Lakota elder passed his vision on to his people. Now the Lakota people use dream catchers as their web of their life. Traditionally, it is hung above their beds or in their homes to sift their dreams and visions. Good dreams are captured in the web of life and carried with them, but the evil dreams escape through the center's hole and are no longer part of them. So you can kind of see there's a little bit of a difference between the Lakota kind of way of thinking about dreams and Ojibwe. So if you notice, the Ojibwe thought is that the dreams will come to you as you're sleeping, and only the good ones get through, right? And then with the rising sun, all the bad ones disappear. In Lakota way, they're saying that the dreams are coming from within you, and you want to keep the good ones around. So that's the ones that get stuck in the web and stay with you, and the bad ones go through and escape into nothing. So they're two different ways of thinking of basically the same thing. You're just trying to make sure that you have a good life, that you're able to sleep well and dream well, and use those dreams to help yourself and your people.